After weeks of push and shove between Jubilee and CORD over the fate of the current IEBC commissioners, there is hope at last, with hardline positions advanced by both coalitions broken down. As part of the initial stages of a political settlement on the IEBC stalemate, CORD has suspended the weekly anti-IEBC demos until further notice to provide a conducive environment for dialogue. After a series of correspondence between the two coalitions, in a process mediated by foreign diplomats and religious leaders, all the sticking issues have been resolved, and a bipartisan motion to initiate dialogue through a joint parliamentary select committee could be tabled in both houses by the end of this week. The Jubilee team too announcing that all was set for dialogue on the IEBC row.
Yale mambo machache ambayo yalikuwa yamesalia tunataka tuyakamilishe kwa siku mbili ama siku tatu zijazo.
The two teams have agreed on the agenda and scope of the IEBC dialogue. The only outstanding issues are procedural, with CORD insisting that coalition leaders endorse the dialogue deal and any bill generated on the fate of IEBC. Jubilee, however, argues that the process was parliamentary, and since President Uhuru Kenyatta, the Deputy President, and CORD leaders Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka were not members of the August House, the task of endorsing the deal should be left to majority and minority leaders in the Senate and the National Assembly. Jubilee also insists on due process being followed before the current IEBC commissioners are sent home and a successor team appointed. The ruling coalition also wants political parties kept off the process of appointing IEBC commissioners to protect the commission's independence.
Lakini kama referee anavaa uniform ya timu nyingine, sema hapana. That's why we are saying IEBC.
Ndio tuketi chini, tukubaliane kama Wakenya. Wale watakaosimamia uchaguzi, kama kuna matatizo turekebishe, kama ni kubadilisha tubadilishe, ndio tuhakikisha kwamba tunatembea barabara ambayo inawaunganisha Wakenya.
Attention now turns to the composition of the select committee that will spearhead dialogue on IEBC. Some CORD members propose that the list of 5 nominees revealed earlier should be retained, with 2 additional slots in the 7-member team being allocated to KANU and an extra slot to Wiper Party. Ford Kenya, however, insists on an equitable sharing of the slots, with ODM getting 3 out of the 7 positions. Jubilee, on the other hand, is set to hold a parliamentary group meeting to determine how the 11-member team led by Senator Kiraito Murungi will be reduced to 7. The path towards a non-violent resolution to the IEBC stalemate has been mapped out after the two leading coalitions, Jubilee and CORD, thrashed out most of the substantive issues that were raising political temperatures in the country. All that awaits now is the submission of a joint motion in Parliament to kickstart the process of restructuring the electoral body ahead of next year's general election. Francis Gashuri, Sunday Live, Nairobi.